What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And look, I've got some clips to show you guys. Donald Trump did his 60 Minutes interview, and as a matter of fact, just so they would not get sued again, CBS has aired the entire full, I think it's an hour and 13 minutes or something like that, of the Donald Trump interview, which they cut down to only 27 minutes to fit for time or whatever. And they cut out a whole hell of a lot of context, y'all. They cut out a lot of context and kind of made a lot of Donald Trump's answers look really much worse. They made them look bad. This is the genius of the corporate press and how they build it on their narratives. They will clip out something to make Donald Trump sound like he's cold-hearted, he doesn't care about the American people. But when you go and listen to the full thing in full context, you're like, hang on, they should have put that as the answer instead of what they put. They are utter scumbags, y'all, and they do this stuff intentionally and on purpose. And I've got the prime example for that. I can kill two birds with one stone on this video right here. Like I said, I got a couple of clips to show you guys, but you know, we're covering not only 60 Minutes, we're going to show you a bit of that, but I'm covering Operation Midway Blitz, folks, and I told you guys I'd keep you guys apprised on everything that's going on in Chicago because it is being scrutinized down to the shoelace, if you will. It's fascinating, y'all, and the narrative is out there, and they are building on that narrative once again, and that narrative always remember this, folks, it's always Donald Trump, Republicans evil, and Democrats over here were angels, never do anything wrong ever at all, no question. Let's get into this, y'all. Chicago communities brace for more immigration raids as Trump says they haven't gone far enough. Oh, and that clip is so fascinating. As a matter of fact, I might as well show you that clip right now.
More recently, Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
You're okay with those tactics?
Yeah, because you have to get the people out. You know, you have to look at the people. Many of them are murderers. Many of them are people that were thrown out of their countries because they were, criminals.
You see how they do that? They make Donald Trump sound very, very cold-blooded right there. Oh, but they haven't gone far enough. I think more American citizens should be tear-gassed. That's essentially what they did with that. It's fascinating, y'all, but what they're talking about, he's talking specifically about the criminal aliens, the worst of the worst. And she is over here talking about American citizens and not mentioning at all that these American citizens that are being not only tear gassed, but detained, arrested, whatever you want to call it, that are getting attacked by ICE through the first punch. Yes, they threw the first punch. Once again, ICE have a job to do. They are expected to apprehend criminal aliens, and lots of them. Do you think they want to waste their time by going to punch a random citizen? But that's what they're trying to make you believe. That is exactly what they're trying to make you believe. Let's get into this, y'all. On CBS's 60 Minutes on Sunday night, President Donald Trump said it will take a lot of time before his administration declares mission accomplished on its immigration enforcement efforts. This comes as Evanston police are said to be actively investigating an incident Friday in which 3 U.S. citizens were detained. That is right. So they're trying to build evidence against ICE because an ICE agent punched somebody on the ground. As a matter of fact, I've got the video to show you guys. But once again, it's out of context clips. Somebody, these people that actually got punched by ICE, tried ramming the ICE vehicle, right? Which honestly should be an attempted murder charge. Because what are you doing? Intentionally running your car into an ICE vehicle? We've seen nothing but terrorism being brought upon ICE agents. It's insane what is going on in this country. And then they try to get out of it and try to play victim. I'm sorry. I'm not going to allow for that. I'm not going to allow these terrorists to play victim. It's one of the oldest games in the book. Throw a rock at somebody and then be like, and wait till you get beat up and be like, oh, he beat me up. It's insane, y'all. As a matter of fact, I'm going to run that clip right now. Check this out, y'all.
Touching you! Nobody's touching you! Get your hands up! Please! Get your hands up! He's not... Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
We didn't get the name of that guy. They weren't protesters. No, it was a car behind. They brake checked the car behind them, and the car slammed into them, and so they took people in the car and a bystander.
All of those people should be arrested, in my opinion. I'm not going to lie about that. Like, I saw that video, and I had to go search around for a few videos because most of the videos start off with that ICE agent punching that guy on the ground, right? You have to go get the full context of these things. The dude was fighting. He was trying to escape, for crying out loud, after ramming his vehicle into an ICE agent's car. Like, think about it like this, folks. This is federal police. Just police, right? Just because they enforce immigration doesn't mean that they're not police. If you do this to a regular police officer, you think they're just going to let you go scot-free? Do you think if you start a giant crowd forms and starts bum rushing everything, you think they're not going to call in for backup and tear gas or pepper spray you? Like, once again, I say this on every video, try it. Try it. Wait till somebody gets pulled over, and then you get out while the cop tries to walk up to the vehicle that he just pulled over, and you run up and you try to block him from going to and see what happens. You're going to get arrested, folks. As a matter of fact, try it, but don't try it. Seriously, like, I'm joking, but not joking, half kidding, but not really type of thing going on here. Don't try it, seriously, but think about what would happen. Like, these people, they think that, okay, somebody goes and robs a bank or something like that, that they catch the bank robber, that they can just go bum rush the police and say, let him go, and you think they're going to let him go? The dude starts resisting arrest. You think they're not going to get violent with the dude? Like, these people have lost their freaking brain. They think because it's federal law enforcement, because it's ICE, that they should only be arresting criminal aliens. And as a matter of fact, in most cases, they don't think they should even be arresting those people. Oh, well, these people, they're in Chicago. This is not the border. They don't want any, like, all of this. They're trying to drum this up as evil. It's just standard law enforcement. Oh, it's fascism. It's just standard law enforcement. This is authoritarianism. It's just standard law enforcement. We don't treat cops this way. We're not supposed to. Right? Think of the repercussions from punching a cop, from ramming your car into a cop car, for crying out loud. And then they're trying to admonish ICE for defending themselves. These dudes have been getting assaulted ever since Donald Trump came back into office. Do you think they're not going to be on guard, at high alert? Once again, folks, like, you cannot just go up and start filming in their face and get right up in their face. They need a perimeter to work. They need space so they can do their job so nobody else gets hurt. Not only for the safety of the person being arrested, but for your own safety in case that person gets up and starts shooting or pulls out a knife or starts getting violent. You're not in their way so they can do their job. And these people are obstructing federal law enforcement at every single angle that they can. And it's truly insane. These people have lost their freaking minds. It's mind-boggling, utterly mind-boggling what these people have been doing. But let's keep going, because did you hear those whistles in that video? The constant just whistle sound? Well, that's going to be explained here in a minute. As a matter of fact, coming right up here in a second. In a Hyde Park yarn shop on Sunday, residents came together not to knit, but to assemble whistle kits, the kind that are being handed out in neighborhoods across the city to alert people when federal agents are in the area. That, honestly, it's going to fall under freedom of speech. That should be illegal, straight up, but it's not, because it's freedom of speech. But once again, like, why are they doing this? Oh, it's to impede federal law enforcement. Well, that happens to violate laws. If the result is you obstructing a federal law enforcement, I think you should be arrested. I think all of us feel a little bit helpless, and we're all trying to find that little niche and that little way we can help out, said Tina Miklas with Fiber Friend Studios. I've been looking for a way to be part of the resistance. To find a way to help, because it's very hard to watch all the things that are going on, said volunteer Beth Chipchak. The event, which drew in folks from across the city, took place just hours before 60 Minutes broadcasted an interview with Trump in which he was asked about some of the violent actions federal agents have been seen taking against those taking part in that resistance. He was also asked if some of the raids have gone too far. And we heard what he said.
No, I think they haven't gone far enough, because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
When asked,
You're okay with those tactics?
Yeah, because you have to get the people out. You know, you have to look at the people. Many of them are murderers. Many of them are people that were thrown out of their countries because they were, criminals.
Evanston Mayor Daniel Biss appeared on CNN on Sunday morning to push back on allegations that 2 of the 3 U.S. citizens who were violently arrested in the north suburb on Friday purposely crashed into a federal agent's vehicle. They're a bunch of liars. My account is they deliberately caused the accident, Biss said of the federal agents involved in the crash. They forced this car accident, and then they started literally beating up innocent bystanders. It's an outrage, and it's something we've got to stand up against. Why? Why would federal agents worry with this? Once again, folks, they're trying to pretend that these ICE agents are out there just to go around and get American citizens. These people have a job to do. These people have a very big job to do. They don't have time to play titty-tatty with anybody out there trying to play games with ICE. But these people are obstructing at every single angle. We've been told this over and over and over and over again, that they are going to do, by any means necessary, obstruct federal law enforcement. And now you're telling me these are just innocent victims? Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed the caption in that video, but it said, ICE brake checked this guy. Like, what? Are you kidding me? You think ICE is going to go on, once again, brake checking people just to cause an incident so they'll get scrutinized? Right. Because they're not already being scrutinized enough. Right? Once again, these people pretend that this is a movie or something like that. Right? ICE knows they're being watched, that there's cameras on everybody in the country. Every single person in the country has a camera. Do you think they're going to get out there and be like, I wonder if we can mess with some American citizens today? No, of course not. It makes no logical sense, folks. But once again, the liberals, because they've lost their brains, or their brains have gone bowling ball smooth, they just like, ICE must have done that on purpose. Fascist pig. Like, it's utterly ridiculous. Like, these people, they must not have a decent education. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. But look, if you think that ICE is going to go around brake checking cars on the road for no apparent reason, then get out just to arrest somebody, you've lost at least 2 or 3 marbles. 2 or 3 at least, if not a lot more. It's insane. Meanwhile, in west suburban Addison, some remain on edge. 1 week after agents were seen breaking an SUV's windows and arresting 2 people at LA Huerta supermarket, I guess that's how you pronounce that, they were back again on Sunday, causing an immediate reaction from rapid response teams in the area. What's the rapid response teams? Like, once again, why would ICE go up to a car and break the window for no apparent reason whatsoever? It doesn't make any sense. People don't act that way. But no, these people think ICE are fascists. And once again, folks, you can't deal with fascists at the ballot box. How do you deal with a fascist? There's only one way, folks. We are a diverse community, and I do feel they are targeting Addison specifically because we do have a huge immigrant population. No, it has nothing to do with your immigrant population. It has everything to do with your criminal alien population. There are very different things. An immigrant is somebody that comes into the country the proper way, and they are not being targeted, not in the least. And they are here to intimidate and terrorize the community, said rapid responder Maria Sincule. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Okay, so that's the rapid response. What's the response to? Are you kidding me with this? They put together a rapid response team so that when ICE arrests a criminal alien, they can respond to that and go harass ICE. They can go and obstruct ICE so they can get a viral TikTok to make ICE look evil. Once again, folks, all of the videos that you're seeing, it takes a lot to go and search through and find the full context. But all of the videos you see start off with ICE assaulting somebody. You don't get to see what initiated that assault, do you? You don't get to see the part where somebody threw a rock at the ICE agent or somebody shoved an ICE agent or got in their face. You just see people getting pepper sprayed and that's it. So it makes you think that that's the whole context when it's really not, folks. We know this. Once again, it makes no logical sense for ICE to just ignore doing their job and go around harassing American citizens when they know they're being scrutinized. Trump stood his ground in that 60 Minutes interview, insisting that those being arrested and deported are, as he and others in his administration have said over and over, the worst of the worst. According to the Department of Homeland Security, more than 3,000 people have been arrested during Operation Midway Blitz. The president also said he has not yet ruled out using the Insurrection Act to send military troops into American cities. And you see how they insinuated right there that Donald Trump is lying? This is the corporate press, folks. This is what they do. That's who they are targeting, right? Once again, there's a difference between targeting people and arresting people, right? Once again, I say this all the time. You know, you hear this argument from the liberals. Well, they're not going after the worst of the worst. They're arresting. Like, so what? Does that matter? You know, it's incumbent upon ICE, if they come across a criminal alien, to arrest them. If somebody calls up ICE and says, hey, I think there's a criminal alien over here, they're going to go investigate. Just because they are prioritizing the worst of the worst doesn't mean that they're just going to stop deporting criminal aliens in general. That doesn't mean they're going to ignore everybody else and just go after the worst of the worst. This is why liberals can't think for some reason, because they hear we're going to prioritize the worst of the worst and think that they said that we're only going to go after the worst of the worst. No, they're going after everybody. Mass deportation operation. Trump said it over and over and over and over and over again on the campaign trail. But these liberals, they can't seem to get that out of their head, folks. And I really wish a liberal would watch this entire video. I'm serious, folks. Because I'm tired of playing nice. I'm tired of giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're doing this on purpose, and I really hope Donald Trump invokes the Insurrection Act to go after these American citizens that are obstructing law enforcement, because they're violating the law. We can't have this kind of disorder and chaos on the streets of America, folks. Not when our own citizens are trying to stop our own law enforcement from enforcing laws. That is completely insane. Once again, y'all, it truly is, but I think I've rambled on for long enough. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comments section. And once again, it hurts my brain sometimes to try to think, where are these people coming from? I try to put myself in their shoes, and I can just never, ever understand the argument from liberals here. It's truly insane, y'all. But y'all don't forget to smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're new around here. Share this video anywhere and everywhere you can. Click that join button. You know you want to. Sign up and become a member. That's the best way to help this channel expand and grow. But, you know, folks, we are in tough times right now. We are in very uncertain times. And we might all want to get right with God. That's all I'm going to say about that. We must hit our knees and pray and pray and pray for peace across this world. Allow ICE to do their job safely and allow this country to get back to some normality and stop with all the utter chaos. Folks, pray for these people that they come to their senses, y'all. Seriously. But I think that's all I got. So y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.